contract for the Alleghany Regional Commerce Center pad development. John, that's you also.
So in your package, you also have some information relative to a project that we've discussed for some time. It is the development of plans and specifications to hopefully be able to move towards construction of pad-ready sites in the Commerce Center. The sites that are proposed to be improved are shown on the map, master plan drawing in your packet, and they're more commonly known as lots 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the Commerce Center. They are immediately north of Balchem and immediately west of Williams Fabrication in the Commerce Center. There are several encumbrances on those properties. We have begun meeting with property owners to discuss those, and we'll continue to meet with property owners once we engage an engineer and begin the development design phase to work through something that is both adequate and acceptable to the property owners with those encumbrances across the property, and also acceptable to Alleghany County for development of those pads. The intent is to grade one large pad, develop plans and specifications to take that to construction, to allow us to have flexibility when we are competitive with economic development prospects, that we can offer one large pad for potential prospects, or if the right prospect comes to the table, we have the ability to subdivide a parcel and have pad space available for them as well. Been negotiated under our term engineering contract with Engineering Concepts out of Botetourt. They're in the Daleville area now. They used to be in Fincastle. I worked with them in the initial phases of development of Greenfield in Botetourt County. They've done a number of projects in Greenfield and have been the engineer for most of that development. I've negotiated a scope and fee with them, $31,000. That money is currently in your budget, CIP, Commerce Center Economic Development, and I would recommend utilizing those dollars to move the project forward. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Just so you know, you have in that particular fund, there's $818,000 available that we have built over time to try to be able to develop pads in the Commerce Center. It's a multi-million-dollar expense, because not only are we talking about the grading effort, but we're talking about some of the environmental issues that you have to deal with as well in building out regional stormwater management facilities. There's relocation of some utilities and construction of roadways as well. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I ask for approval tonight and have our authorization to move forward with the engineering effort.
Entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Shaw and second by Mr. Griffith. Any further discussion? We did decide, we've had a priority list of capital things to do. The radio system seemed to be number one. We pretty much got that underway. I think it was pretty much the consensus of the board that economic development, industrial park, this was going to be number two. So it sounds like we're starting down the road on one of our major goals.
My schedule is to complete this engineering effort this year, work through the permitting, work with the landowners that have those rights across our property, and hopefully by fiscal 20, which is not this coming year budget, but the following year budget, have a financing package together so we can begin construction during that period of time. I will say this is, so 20 years ago, almost 20 plus years ago now, Botetourt started this effort in Greenfield. It takes time. This is the beginning of a long-term investment. Even once you build out that pad, 6 months after you build that pad out, it's very unlikely somebody will be ready to start vertical construction and become operating facility. So it's a long-term project that you're starting the investment in. Now, if it happens, that's great. But if you look, it took a number of years for Botetourt to really begin to fill up Greenfield. They had some initial successes, and then that property sat dormant for a number of years until just recently where they've had some additional development down there. So this is the start of long-term investment. And patience will be required, but it's necessary for us to be competitive.
Any other board members have any comments before we vote? Melissa?
Mrs. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Mr. Nicely?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
Ms. Vanderstall?
Yes.
Mr. Darden?
Yes.
Mr. Bennett?
Yes.